Whoever said that real men don't cry has definitely never had to feel real nails being driven through real hands. Real blood pours from real wounds as real screams pour from real mouths, and I promise you, wasn't nothing about my manhood unreal. I ain't never asked nobody to feel sorry for me. Yeah, I may have begged for my life, but I couldn't have cared less about your pity. See, it's only human nature to want to stay alive. But I had to come to terms with the fact that it was time for this flesh to die. See, I was a thief. I had developed a unique set of skills that enabled me to steal all of the things that I could not buy. But time was not one of them. I couldn't take any that belonged to another, and all that I thought was mine was gone like a lost lover. See, I had feasted at life's table, consumed more than I could digest, and even tried to pocket a little for later when no one was looking my way. But in the fullness of time, I found myself confronted with a bill that I was unable to pay or run out on. As a matter of fact, there was no more running for me because Death and I had been playing a game of hide and go seek, and he had gotten tired of pretending he didn't know where I was, so there we stood. Me with nowhere to go, and him with nowhere to be, and me patting my pockets down like I forgot my wallet at home didn't seem to be buying me any sympathy. But I guess the look of desperation on my face caught the attention of the man who was sitting at the table next to me, and the waiter who had waited on my table was now waiting on him patiently to get up. Because he refused to order anything off of the menu, instead he just sat there staring at this cup, and the drink inside was too bloody for Mary and too dark to be gin, so I was like, "Sir, what's that you're drinking?" And he said, "They call it sin. And I've been sitting here trying to prepare myself to take it to the head." I'm like, "Sir, is sin really that strong?" He said, "Put it this way, one sip and you be dead." So I said, "You's a grown man. You ain't got to do nothing you don't want to." He said, "What you fail to realize is I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. As a matter of fact, hey, yo, Death, take his bill and put it on my tab." And I'm like, "Yo, what you do that for?" He's like, "Do you even have to ask? I will drink this whole cup for you, hold this cross up for you, hang my head and die just to prove that I've got love for you. One question, would that be enough for you?" I'm like, "Hold a sec. I ate this meal, ordered everything on this bill. My rightful place is nailed to this cross atop Golgotha's hill." He was like, "Bruh, chill. Ain't nobody say you can get off this cross. I mean, get up from this table. Death is your waiter." What I was trying to do was ask you a simple question like, "Yo, what are you doing later?" "What am I doing later?" I replied with bewilderment in my eyes. He like, "Yeah, because once I'm done with this here cross thing, I'm going to a place called Paradise, and I got an extra ticket if you want to come too." I'm like, "Let me get this straight. You want me to come with you?" And like, "Yeah. My only regret is that it took a cross for me to meet you." And I'm like, 2 nails through my hands and 1 through my feet was worth the price of admission to meet you. "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me?" It was the last thing I heard him say. See, his body was still there, nailed to the cross next to mine, but his spirit refused to stay. And I'm like, "Yo, wait for me," hoping that he would pass the cup. Because I was about ready to go, but Death for me wasn't coming fast enough. And I guess that he had finally had enough because the superstar had exited the building stage right. And just to prove that the show was over, yo, he even turned off all the lights. From the 6th to the 9th hour, the sun refused to shine. He told me the guy's house has plenty of rooms, and I'm like, "Yo, I got to get mine," and I hope that my room is right next to the man that I now call my king, because this establishment has seen the last of us. Its accommodations have not been to our liking, but unless you have ever had to feast at Death's table, this entire conversation has probably been too difficult to understand. So just know this one thing, that even real men cry when real nails are being driven through real hands.